I like to use a Shark Tank as an example whenever I'm talking to entrepreneurs about presenting. So I love the show Shark Tank. My team and I analyzed 495 Shark Tank pitches looking for patterns. We wanted to know why are some, when like you watch Shark Tank, they walk down the hallway and you're like, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
This is going to be
They got the swagger.
good.
Yeah.
They are going to make money. Like you just know, like something about them in the first few seconds. And there's some where you're like, this is going to be a train wreck. You just know. There is something happening there with their walk and those first few lines. So first, your first impression matters. How you take the stage, how you walk into a room, the first thing people see when they pop on video, how you're waiting in the meeting room, those matter just as much as your presentation. And that is a mistake a lot of entrepreneurs make, is they think that their impression happens the moment they start presenting. No. It happens the moment someone first sees you. So that's okay. That means we have a couple seconds to work with there. There's a couple things you want to make sure of. You are nailing the moment someone first sees you, whether that's on video, on stage, in the room. Like, for example, I speak in front of a lot of ballrooms, as do you. I know my first impression happens the moment I walk in that ballroom, even if it's off to the side. And it's especially happening as I walk on stage. Same thing in Shark Tank. You are judging their warmth and competence the moment they walk into that room and your very first word. So here are some of the patterns. 1, when people first see you, if you can, want to show visible hands, ideally your palm. And that sounds really weird, but eye tracking studies, we like to see people's hands. In fact, if I were to do this entire video and Russell couldn't see my hands, one, I would become a worse speaker. Susan Goldman Meadow found that our gestures make us more fluent. It also helps comprehension. So 1 is the moment I hop on video, I say, morning. Hi, everyone. Good to see you. Show palm, right? Like a little palm flash. The moment I walk on stage, like literally as I'm walking up the steps or walking across the stage, I say, hey, everyone, good to see you. Happy to be here. Or just a visible palm. There is something in our amygdala that deactivates. So visible palm and keeping your hands out of your pockets, not behind your back. Like that's very, very first thing, baseline. Second thing is you want to start your first word on your lowest natural tone. And what I mean by this, and they've actually measured it, is when we get anxious, both men and women tend to go up into the highest end of their range. They talk up here. Now, if I were to give this entire interview like this, it would drive you crazy. You'd be like, why is she talking like that? Now, that's natural for me. Like when I'm talking to my daughters, I might be up here. Hey, girls. Yeah. But when you're trying to learn from me, buy from me, get to know me, you want me in my lowest tone, because when I'm using my lowest tone, it's called a maximum resonance point. It's super resonant. My voice is relaxed. My shoulders are down. I have lots of volume. And your brain goes, she knows what she's talking about. I can relax and listen. The mistake that people make is they give away all of their vocal confidence in the first word. They go like this, hi, or morning. And in the audience, it's without even realizing the audience is like, ooh, they're nervous. And we don't like to buy from or learn from nervous people. We just don't like it. So when you say hello, I want you to say hello on the out breath. Most people take it on the input. So they'll answer the phone. They'll be like, hello, all the way up here. Like, just try it with me. So Russell, say hello and take a deep breath in and say hello on the top of your breath.
Hello.
I don't like that one. Yeah, right. That's too high, right?
Hello?
All the way up. So instead, I want you to say hello or your first word on the out breath. So it sounds like this. This is the bad one. Hello versus hello.
Yeah. Like, hello?
That's much better.
Oh, okay.
Much better. And I want you to try this at home so you can hear yourself, because the way that you sound at the top of your breath, if you were ever speaking in that tone of voice, you are giving away vocal confidence. That's too high in your range. If you speak on the out breath, as your vocal cords are relaxing, when you speak on the out breath, you actually force your vocal cords to relax. That hits more of your resonance point. We like it. Like it immediately tells our brain, this person knows what they're talking about. So first word on the lowest end of your range. So hands, low vocal range. The third one is a little bit weird, but across cultures and genders and races, we are always trying to gauge someone's perceived pride. We like people who feel proud because usually proud people are confident. They know their stuff. and they're trustworthy or they're not hiding anything. So we're always trying to gauge, do you look more like a winner or do you look more like a loser? That's a very hard way of saying that. But the way that this works is the amount of space that I take up dictates how confident I feel. University of British Columbia, they looked at they researched athletes across cultures, and they found that when losers win a race, they take up a lot of space. They tilt their head towards the sky, they roll their shoulders back, they often might even have their arms out, and they keep their torso nice and open. Losing athletes do the opposite. They typically tilt their chin down, they roll their shoulders in, they tightly press their arms to their side or even cross their arms in front as if they're showing defeat. The problem is, when we are starting a meeting, what are we typically doing? Checking our phone. And checking our phone looks just like a loser. Like, it literally looks like a losing athlete. So when someone pops on video or you walk on stage or you're walking into a room, do not be checking your phone, because literally it's accidental defeat body language. Instead, I want you to maximize two distances. Very specifically, I want you to maximize the distance between your earlobe and your shoulder. So this should be as maximized as possible. Now, watch me. I'm going to shrink my shoulders down. If I were to have my shoulders hunched up and my head down with very little space between my ear and my shoulder, I would look like I'm not confident, right? Russell, you would not want to take advice from me. And so the more this is maximized, the more we see that they are proud enough to leave this down, to not protect themselves. And the second distance is the distance between your torso and your arm. When we see someone have space here, we think, they're not being protected. They're gesturing, they're open, they're free. It's a very quick way that we judge if someone looks confident or not. So you want to maximize those distances on video, on stage, in person. Those are just a couple of the first impression ones.